Hello everyone. Now this week I can't wait to get started because we are going to be making our own junk modelling recycled material Hundertwasser 3D buildings, okay? And I think this will be really exciting. So the first thing you need to do is have a look at the images, the photos of all the different examples of buildings that have been made in the past by children. And you'll see a whole variety of ideas. Now you can be as imaginative as you want this week. You don't need to do what I do. I'm going to show you some of the ways to go about building, but you can use your own ideas and make your building as weird and wonderful as you want to. Now, you should have collected together a variety of old recycled materials that you can use for your building. I've got a few examples here. I've got an old cereal box. I've got another box. I bought something and this was left. This is what it came in. Well, this was a bit of packing material that came in a box. I've got kitchen roll holders, lids to bottles. I've got paper plates, a water bottle, and also some silver foil. Now you may have some of the things, and also some wooden sticks, okay? And you may have some of the things, or your things may be totally different. It's absolutely fine, okay? The other things you will need are a pair of scissors and some masking tape or sellotape to stick your building together. Okay, so let's get started. Now the first thing, now I'm not going to show you your building will be very different to mine. So what I will do is I will show you different techniques to help you to put your building together. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I know that I want to use this box. Now the thing is that when I've built my house, I will want to paint it bright colours. Now I know that if I paint my box over the top, what's going to happen is you'll be able to see the cereal packet underneath, the pictures on the cereal packet, and I don't want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the box inside out, and this may be something you want to do. It's up to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find where the two parts of the box join, and I'm just going to very carefully open that out. And instead of having the picture on the outside, I'm going to turn the box over so that the picture is on the inside. So when I come to paint the box, it won't show the picture, okay? So I want to put the box together. So what I need to do is I need to get my masking tape. And what is the best thing to do when you're modelling is to rip off lots of pieces of your tape and put them on something so that when you need a piece, you can just quickly take them. I always do this. So it means I don't have to think about how I'm going to get hold of my piece of sellotape when I'm trying to hold something together. So I'm just going to prepare some pieces of masking tape. That's always a really good thing to do, okay? And then I'm going to have a go at putting my box together. So just going to fold it into shape and then take a bit of my masking tape and attach at the corners. You see I'm attaching right around the edge. Take another bit of masking tape, attach that around the edge, and then I want to do the ends, so I put the sides in first, and then I'm going to get my masking tape, attach that, and you can see that this is going to be much easier to paint. When you come to paint your finished building or cityscape, it's going to be so much easier to paint. Okay, so there we go. There we have my first building that I'm going to put in my, well, first shape I'm going to put in my building, okay? Now, once you've got all the materials you want to use for your building, you need to start designing what it's going to look like. So I think I want this as the main building, and then maybe I'd like to have, I know that Hundertwasser loves to use onion domes, so maybe I'll put those here. Now you can see I'm not attaching anything at the moment, I'm just making a design. Maybe I'll have, I think I'll have that at the back there. And oh, I want the onion domes, so you could either use something like a ping pong ball, or you could take some silver foil, scrunch it up and use it as the onion dome. Now I'd like mine to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to scrunch 2 bits together and put the onion dome there. Yeah, I like the look of that. And I will do the same for this one. So you could use, if you wanted, you could use another pot to be part of your building. You could use these to add shape to your building. It's up to you. Now I think I am happy with the shape I've got here. I like my city just like this. So I think I'm ready to get started. So the next thing I need to do is I need to join all of these bits together. Now this you need to do step by step. So I'm going to remove all of these bits, and I'm just going to start sellotaping each bit on step by step. So again, I'm going to get my bits of masking tape ready, so I don't have to worry that I haven't got my masking tape ready when I start. I'm going to put it all on the side, just like that. And then I'm ready to start positioning my things and joining them. So I'm going to start by doing this. So I'm joining this tub to the box. What's really important is when you're joining 2 bits together is you get plenty of tape on the one object and plenty of tape on the other, and you make sure it's firmly attached. Now you can see it's still wobbly, so I need to turn it over and I need to attach it on all sides. So I'm going to press it in and make sure that both sides have plenty of tape on them. Now you can see this has just pinged open. This is what happens. This is why you need to work so hard to make sure that you have stuck down the sellotape really well on both sides of the model, okay? So there we go, right round. Okay, so I'm happy that that is well stuck. I'll just give it a little pull to check, but you can see that the tape covers both objects that I'm joining together, okay? And what you need to do is you need to do exactly the same with all the other boxes and shapes, okay? So I'm going to make sure that I have tape on both sides and press it down really tight, okay? And I'm going to need to join that all the way around. So what I might do is take one long bit of tape and wrap it around both parts like this. Now I'll just tell you that masking tape is really good, because masking tape you can actually paint over once it's completed, okay? So that's a really good thing to use. It's better than it's better than sellotape, Okay, so again, I think with this, the toilet roll, attaching the toilet roll, I'm going to wrap that round as well. So with a nice long bit of masking tape. Now the nice thing about masking tape as well is that it's easy to rip. Sellotape's quite tricky to rip. Okay, so I'm going to put that on top. Now, these sorts of joins around the bottom can be a bit tricky. You must make sure you've got plenty of masking tape on both this part and the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I've got plenty there. Then I'm going to place it on the box and then stick it down, okay? And do that again all the way around the edge, okay? And that will ensure that it's stuck well together, okay? And finally, I'm going to put the onion dome on. So I'm going to do a nice long piece of tape, and I'm just going to wrap that from one side to the other, and then I'm going to do the same on that side, and it's looking even more like an onion dome. And I think I'll probably do that on this this roll as well. Last thing I'm going to do is to attach the water bottle. I'm going to take another big bit of tape and I'm going to wrap that. So start on the box and then wrap that right around the water bottle so it's joined in place. It's still a bit wobbly, so I'm just going to add a little bit more tape and wrap that around the bottle. Okay, keep going until you feel it's firmly in place. Okay, so, I'm not happy with that, so I'm going to take that off and I'm going to attach another piece around the base. Here I go. There we are. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that all the joins that I've made are secure. I quite like that on top of there, so I might just add that as well. But I'm pretty sure I've put plenty of tape on and all the joins are secure. Okay, now the next job is to start to paint your design. Okay, now we know that Hundertwasser used lovely bright colours for his buildings, so that's what I think we should do today. You can paint your building in any way you want to. So what we'll do is we'll start with a base coat of colours, and then once you've added the base coat of colours, you can use a black marker pen to add features like doors and windows and all those bits and pieces. Okay, so let's get painting. The other option you have, instead of painting your building, is to use card and to wrap your building in those pieces of card. So what you would do is hold the piece of paper onto the building that you want to cover and then press it around the corners and slowly wrap the building in those pieces of paper. Okay, now it's up to you. It may be easier to do this before you start sticking the building together. Okay, so you could take, what you may want to do if you're going to cover it in paper is to do that before you stick all the parts together. But it's up to you. It may just be easier to paint. Okay, so let me show you how you could go about using paint. So I've got all bright coloured paints to use in my Hundertwasser building. Now, it may be that you only have the primary colours, but that is absolutely fine, because remember, you know how to mix paints and you can mix the colours that you want to get a required effect, okay? So that's absolutely fine, no problem. I've also got a nice thick paintbrush. I've got my paints and a water pot, and I will also need some tissue so I can wash my brush. So the best idea is to start at the top of your building and to work down. If you work upwards, you're probably going to get covered in paint. So think about where you want to start your building. Now, before I start, I feel that I want to add just a few more bits to my building. I think maybe I would like to add those parts. So later on, so now, before I get started, I'm just going to add those with my masking tape. Okay, so here I go. Just going to attach it there. Oh, I haven't done a very good job there. Let me get a bigger piece of tape. Nice long piece of tape. I'm going to attach it on one side and then on the other side. And you can keep attaching until you feel it's properly stuck. Okay? I'll put that on top, and then one more piece on the side. There we have it, okay? So it's up to you if you want to add any more bits before you start painting. And then it's time to get started. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to choose a nice bright red colour. And you're just going to apply the paint all over your model, okay? Now, if I show you some of the, you have a look at some of the pictures of people's models, you'll see that they've started in one colour, and once they've finished that colour, they move on to another colour, okay? It's absolutely up to you how you decide to do it. So what I might do is I might do red up to this section here, and then change colours to another colour. I might choose to do, once I've done this building, I might choose to do my onion dome. Oh, I think I'm going to have that a sort of yellowy colour so it looks a bit like gold. So I'm going to paint my onion dome a goldy colour. All over like that. There we are. All over, and then the actual long part of the building, this building here, I think I'm going to do stripes. So I'm going to turn my building over so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to wash my brush, and I'm going to do stripes of colour. I think I'm going to do purple, then I'm going to wash my brush, stroke it on the side, wipe, and then I'm going to add, what colour shall I do? Green. So I'm going to go around and add stripes of purple and green. Okay? And I'm just going to keep going. And I'm going to keep going until my whole Hundertwasser building is covered in beautiful, bright colours. Okay? That's the next step, and that will take you some time. Also remember, if you want to, you can use bits of card to cover parts of the building. You can wrap parts of the building in card if you'd like to. And then once it is all painted, I'm not going to paint it all now. Once it is all painted, You can take pastels, you can take a black marker pens, and you can add features like windows, features like faces, because we know that Hundertwasser always had faces somewhere hidden in his buildings. You can you see that there? It's hard to show you in the video because the shape of the building. You can add any features you like. You may also want to cut out pieces of paper and stick those onto your building. So I've painted this paper. You might want to put it on top. It's up to you to decide, okay? You may have some lids or things that you want to stick onto the side of the buildings or on top or on the front, okay? It's up to you. Be as imaginative as you can. I've just discovered I've got these old coffee capsules. I might use those to stick on my building as well. I've also got bits of foil that looks like this. I've got buttons. I've got these to attach pieces together. Use whatever you have. Be as imaginative as possible. Now, I'm not going to complete my Hundertwasser building because I don't want you to use my ideas. I know your ideas will be super. So please go ahead, be as inventive as possible, and I cannot wait to see the results. Bye for now, everyone. Good luck.